Hello, everyone.
Hello, friend. My name is David Walker.
Kathy Walker, and we're with you again with What's Life All About? And life's about ups and downs. You had a pretty low day yesterday.
Yes, it is.
But he is back ready for the scriptures today with you for sure. And we want to remind you again of the event that we are having. We need you that are far away from us in Cabarrus County, Kannapolis, North Carolina, which is near Charlotte. We're going to be in the Kannapolis Performing Arts Center on Friday night, September the
14th?
12th. Don't come on the 14th because it'll already be over. But we come to you with a special word every week. And this is really a special word, honey.
Yes.
What is it?
It's called committed.
Committed. And every one of us are wrapped up in that word.
Yes.
Whatever we do, we are committed to something. And this is a great statement, sweetheart. It says, the world wants your best, but God wants your all.
Yes.
Isn't that powerful?
That's commitment.
That is commitment. Another way to say committed is to say, I promise. I promise. It is a decision that you have made to keep and honor your word.
Yes.
Your pledge or your vow that you have made. And the definition from the dictionary is dedication and loyalty to a cause, an activity, a job, and you said you love this word, wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Dedicated. But committed is a funny word, babes, because it's got two distinct meanings.
Mm-hmm.
One meaning is it can mean to completely surrender your life, your burdens, your works to God.
Yeah.
Or it can also be the other side of the coin, as they say. It is the act of perpetrating, let's say that right, or habitually practicing evil deeds. And we never want to say something like, it's not good when they say he committed suicide. Somebody said if you jump out of an airplane, you're then committed. You can't go back. That's total. That's total. Now, other words, we always go to that, sweetie. Other words mean, commitment means devoted, loyal, dedicated, faithful, steadfast, unwavering, sincere, wholehearted, passionate. Wow, it is a strong word, isn't it, huh?
What words, yeah.
Uh-huh. And it means also to be determined, be resolved, persistence, persevere, endure, push forward, be steadfast. I really like that word, steadfast. Resist obstacles and resist discouragement. In other words, don't ever quit.
Don't ever quit.
I think that's you. I don't think, David, you don't want to quit, do you, sweetheart?
No.
And our main scriptures are found in Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. That means committed.
Yes.
And then Colossians in the New Testament says in Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord and not for human gratification.
Wonderful.
At that thing. But we think of, how long have we been married? Can you remember?
66.
66 years, going on 67. But we always think of commitment, don't we, when we think of marriage? And commitment to marriage is, they always say your vows, right?
Right.
Say your vows. And that means that you have made a strong commitment. And commitment in a marriage is the glue that holds you together through the ups and the downs of life. It is a promise to stand by each other's side. That's a commitment, honey.
Yeah.
Work through every challenge that life throws at you, and then cherish the good times and the joy and, of course, the love. And our commitment to the Lord comes from the scripture that we all should know by heart, and that is found in Matthew 22:37. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and with all your mind. Go to your scripture, sweetie. This is from the Old Testament. All right.
No half-hearted stuff there.
No half-hearted there. All.
Psalms 37:5. Commit your way to the Lord.
Right.
There's the commit. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass.
That commitment.
So if you commit and trust, you'll bring it to pass.
There's not really a whole lot in the Old Testament, the meaning of commit.
Right.
We found a lot of negative ones, but go ahead, honey. Go to the next one.
1 Chronicles 10:13. So Saul died for his unfaithfulness, which he had committed against the Lord, because he did not keep the word of the Lord.
He did not keep his commitment. There it is.
Because he consulted a medium for guidance.
He even sought a medium, a spiritual guru for guidance.
Like you said, because he didn't commit.
He did not commit. That's what it just says right there.
Right.
He did not commit to be faithful to the Lord. And number 3, honey.
Daniel 9:5. We have sinned and committed iniquity. We have done wickedly and rebelled.
There's the evil commitment.
Even by departing from your precepts and your judgment.
Didn't commit to the right things, but committed to evil. And then number 4, honey.
Ezekiel 15:8. Thus I will make the land desolate, because they have committed unfaithfulness, saith the Lord.
There it is again, the evil part. They committed themselves, what? To unfaithfulness.
Yes, there's a lot of that recorded in the Old Testament.
It sure is. And then we go to number 5.
Ezekiel 18:21.
Here we go again.
But if a wicked man turns, if a wicked man turns from all his sins,
right,
which he has committed, keeps all my statutes,
okay,
and does what is lawful and right, he shall surely live.
He shall live.
He shall not die.
There it is. Yeah. And number 6.
And Ezekiel 18:28. Because he considers and turns away from all the transgressions which he committed.
Here's the evil again. Committed evil.
Yes, committed evil. He shall surely live. He shall not die.
Isn't it strong, sweetie, of how God always makes a way? Men's hearts are evil, but God makes a way. If you do a turnaround, you may have committed to evil, but it says here, if you turn around, if you just turn back on that evil and commit your ways unto the Lord, he forgives and gives you life.
And I like that little course. Let's see, I forgot it now.
I've decided.
I know the Lord will make a way for you.
Right.
If you live a holy life, commit yourself to God.
Right.
And he'll take care of you.
He'll take care of you. And then number 7.
Number
7, darling. Yeah, we did 6. Yeah, live
Oh,
and not die. So it's number 7.
Ezekiel 33:16.
Uh-huh.
None of his sins which he has committed
There's it again.
shall be remembered against him. He has done what is lawful and right. He shall surely live.
That's another turnaround.
A lot of promises for life.
But for turnarounds.
If we commit.
Turnaround. And then we have got one-liners on commitment. And you love some of these, you told me.
Yeah.
Number 1, commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. Commitment is the stuff character is made of, the power to change the face of things.
Yeah.
It is the daily triumph of integrity over skepticism. My tongue's getting wound up today. And number 2, there's a difference between interest and commitment. When you're interested in doing something, you do it only when it's convenient.
Yes.
But when you are committed to something, you accept no excuses, only results. Wow. And
I like this.
You like the next one? You want to read it? You
always have 2 choices.
There you go.
Every one of us. Your commitment versus your fear.
You either have commitment or fear.
Right.
There. And number 4, it was character that got us out of bed, commitment that moved us into action, and discipline that enabled us to carry right on through.
I like that first part.
Yeah. And number 5, we have to recognize that there cannot be relationships unless there is commitment, unless there is loyalty, unless there is love, patience, and persistence. It all goes with commitment. And then number 6, unless commitment is made, there are only promises and hopes, but no plans. And then this is the one that our son just absolutely loved, he said.
Great.
And I think our son-in-law too, and I call him our son-in-law. I told him the other day, I didn't birth him, but I love him like I did. And number 7, commitment is doing what you said you would do long after the mood you said it in has already left.
Isn't that good?
That's really something. And now we go to the New Testament. And this was a little bit more plain on commitment, honey.
Very good scriptures. James 1:25.
Okay.
But he who looks into the perfect law of liberty and commits to it.
Okay.
That's God's law.
Uh-huh.
Which sets you free.
Right.
And is not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work. This will be blessed. This man will be blessed
of whatever he does.
Promise of blessing.
If you commit. And number 2, moving right along.
Timothy 6:20. O Timothy, guard what was committed in your trust, avoiding the profanity, the profane and idle babblings and contradictions of what is falsely called knowledge.
Oh, wow. That was Paul's sidekick. And Timothy, he had trained him. And it says right now, guard what you've committed. When we make a promise to God, we need to guard it. That's a good scripture. 1 Timothy 6:20. And then we go to number 3.
2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 12.
Okay.
For this reason, I also suffer these things. Nevertheless, I am not ashamed. For I know in whom I have believed and am persuaded that he is able to keep what I have committed.
Boy, that was Paul. And there's a great song on that too, but we're not going to sing it today. And then number 4, Matthew
12:50. For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and my sister and my mother. For he is committed to do my will.
That is, Jesus said that. Whoever does my will and is committed to it, I call my brother. Right. And number 5.
Hebrews 5, verse 8.
Is talking about Jesus.
Though he was a son.
Right.
He learned obedience by the things which he suffered.
Or he was committed to learn. He was committed to learn. That was Jesus.
And he was willing to suffer.
Right. And number 6.
Matthew 7:24. Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine
and does them,
his commitment to do them, I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on
a rock. Right. But you're committed. It says, therefore, whoever hears what I say and is committed to them. Okay. There's our word again. I hope we get that across today, honey, about how important it is to not let discouragement or let obstacles come in the way to the commitment. And number 7, we find.
Notice what it said.
Right.
That he will be committed to do them.
To do them.
Not just to say it, but to do them.
Not just be a hearer, but be a doer. Okay.
Revelation 22:14.
Oh, I love all this.
Blessed are those who do his commandments.
Blessed are they that do his commandments. Or how do we say it? Or
are committed to do them.
Are committed. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
I mean, when you commit, you're going to do them.
Right, right.
This may have the right to the tree of life. Think of the reward.
Yes.
And they enter through the gates.
Okay.
That's the ultimate reward.
The ultimate reward. And I think we've got kind of 2 sermons today. We've got one that says why people don't commit. And then we went through the Bible, and we had a great time doing this, didn't we, honey?
That's right.
We had a great time. Totally committed. People in the Bible who were totally committed. Why don't we do that first?
Good.
Okay? People that were totally committed to God. And we find, and I love the story of Elisha. Yeah. Elisha, who did he follow, honey?
Elijah.
I've often wondered why the Bible put those 2 things together. So, do you ever get confused with Elijah and Elisha? I mean, some people do. But Elisha was the youngest. And Elijah had told him. What did he tell him? He said, if you see me
go up.
If you see me, then you will get what?
If you're right there.
Right?
When I leave the earth.
Okay.
You will get a double portion of God's Spirit.
A double portion. So do you think that young man was going to leave him? And here's the commitment. And you read it. Oh, read the story. It's in 2 Kings 2:2. Many times Elisha made the same statement. As my soul lives, I will not leave you.
What a commitment.
And he said it over and over. And Elijah knew that he was leaving soon.
Yes.
But he told the boy, if you see me go, you're going to get it. Yeah. Do you think that boy? He kept saying it. He said, you stay here. I'm going to Bethel. As my soul liveth, I will not leave you. He kept saying it over and over again. And then we go to Ruth. I love the story.
That word, the 4 expression. I will not leave thee.
Wow.
That's commitment.
That is commitment. That is commitment. I will not leave you no matter what. That's about what I've said to you. I'm going to be right there, baby.
Right.
And Ruth, in Ruth 1:16, and we love, can you imagine a book in the Bible named after you? That was Ruth. And her total words of commitment was to her mother-in-law, wherever you go, I will go. And wherever you lodge, I will lodge. And your people are going to be my people. And your God is going to be my God.
That's commitment.
Is that not commitment? Total commitment. That was Ruth. And that's the lineage of Jesus.
Yes.
Ruth married Boaz, and they had a son named Obed. And Obed had a son named Jesse, and Jesse had a son named David, and Ruth's name is in the genealogy of Jesus. Wow. But she committed. And then I love Esther, the story of Esther. Esther, we find the story in 4:16. Total commitment to save her people, honey.
Yeah.
And these are the words of commitment. And so I will go to the king, which is against the law. And if I perish, I will perish.
Think of that.
Boy, is that total commitment right there. If I die, I die, but I've got to save my people, or try. And then we love this one. Oh, we love Joseph. What total commitment.
To me, he's got the most great example of being committed.
The greatest example of being totally committed to God and his law and his commandments. And here we go. All through the book of Genesis, we read the story of total commitment from Joseph to serve God. He kept the faith.
Yes.
Okay, are you listening? He was betrayed by his brothers. He was put in a pit. He was sold as a slave, and he had to leave his coat behind. He worked in a place where a woman tried to seduce him, and she lied on him. She said, nobody will know. Nobody's here but us. He said, God will know. I'm going to keep my vow to keep pure. And he left his coat behind. Yeah, he did. He was falsely put in prison. And right to the end, honey, he showed no bitterness.
Right.
Joseph. What a word we read in Genesis. This is the commitment word. Genesis 50:20. But as for you, he's talking to his brothers, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good. There it is. Total commitment to the Lord, and he'll turn your life around. Right, honey? And then we see Abraham. You talk about total commitment to God. He was told to take his son and put him on an altar and use a dagger and kill his son. Sacrifice him on the altar.
What a test.
Total commitment. Without question, he did what God told him. And then we love God's words. Do not lay your hand on the lad or do anything against him, because now I know you fear God.
Yeah.
Since you have not withheld your son from me, your only son. What a commitment he made to God. I'll follow you all the way, whatever it means. If it breaks my heart into pieces, I will follow you. Yes. Then we see Daniel. This is number 6 commitment. And I'm sure there's others that you can find in the Bible, but we read it in Daniel 6:22, tells at the end of his commitment. But first we see him as a young man, and I got interested in digging a little bit. Daniel was about 15 to 18 years old when he was taken from his homeland, from his parents, from everything he knew. And he was so committed to the ways of God, he wouldn't eat the king's meat. Remember that story?
I remember.
He would not eat the king's meat, but held firm all his life. When he was told you can't pray, what did he do? He went up and raised the window and he prayed, because that was the commitment that he had made. And we finally hear these words. He went all the way to the lion's den, but those wonderful words. When King Darius, I remember reading, it said no music in the palace that night, because Darius thought he was going to find Daniel probably nothing left. The hungry lions was going to eat him up. But when he hollered for Daniel, the words came up from the den of lions. God has sent an angel, and he has shut the lion's mouth. But you know, Daniel never returned to his home.
Is that right?
Never returned home again. He died in that land. Even though Cyrus had come in as king and allowed people to go home, by that time, Daniel was a very old man and he could not make the trip. But read the last verse of Daniel if you want to read the end of the story. And then, of course, this is your favorite.
The apostle.
This is the Apostle Paul. From the day one that he saw the light on the Damascus road until he was killed for his faith, Saul, who became Paul, honey, was committed to Jesus and the call on his life. What a list.
Yes.
What a list. We went over it together. Honey, here it is. You help me with this. Paul was beaten 5 times with 39 lashes.
Right.
3 times with rods he was beaten. He was stoned once, shipwrecked 3 times, being adrift at sea for a night and a day, repeated imprisonments and physical deprivation, such as hunger, thirst, lack of sleep, cold, exposure to the elements. He also faced his own countrymen, Gentiles, false believers, alongside the constant emotional burden of trying to keep the churches encouraged.
No wonder he's our apostle.
And our commitment. And here's the total commitment that I hope all of us can make one day. I have fought a good fight, he said.
Yes.
I have finished the race. And here it is. This is total commitment. I have kept the faith.
That's the proof.
I've kept the faith. Remember when we were in Vietnam in 1973? That's before the communists came down. Just before the communists came down, we were down in a town right on the South China Sea. Remember those days, honey?
Yes.
Called Vung Tau. I remember our hotel room. There were little lizards in the bed. I stayed awake all night keeping them from crawling on you. Did you know I did that?
I didn't know. But
thank you. And that young choir stood, talk about commitment, and they sang, I'll never forget, I have decided to follow Jesus. I won't turn back. I won't turn back. Well, honey, let's go to no commitment real quick. We've only got a few minutes left.
Well, why is there
no commitment? Number one.
I'm sure a lot of pastors would like the answer to that one.
Okay, we're moving right along.
Feeling I don't have the ability.
And, you know, our example, of course, is old Moses.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I'm slow of speech.
I can't speak. And that's we find in Exodus 4:10. So you commit. He didn't want to commit because he didn't feel he had the ability. Right. And then number 2.
Feeling I don't have the right connections.
Oh, and then we meet a man named Barak that was working with the judge, Deborah. And he said, I'm poor and I'm the least in my family. I can't commit. So feeling you don't have the right connections. And then number 3.
Feeling it is too difficult for me.
It's too difficult.
I feel like that.
You feel like that sometimes. I know you do. And then we read that in 2 Chronicles 20:12. That was Jehoshaphat.
Yeah.
Remember? He said, we have no might. It's too difficult. We have no might against this great company that comes against us. And then he said, neither know we what to do. But boy, he sure gives the right answer. He said, the commitment was, we have our eyes on you.
Yes.
It may be too difficult for me, but I'll keep my eyes on you. And then number 4.
Number 4, feeling that I am not able.
And that is Jeremiah 1:5-7. And boy, if you have time to read that first chapter of Jeremiah, he said, I can't do what you're asking me to do because I'm just a
child.
I'm just a child. And God gives him a rebuke. It don't matter what you are if I'm with you. Read those wonderful scriptures. And then number 5.
Number 5, Matthew 25:25. These are the ones who buried their families.
Their talents.
Their talents, right.
And an excuse was, I was afraid. So number 5 is feeling fearful. Remember the talents. He only had one left. And what did he do with it?
Buried it.
He buried it because why?
Fear.
He was afraid. So that will keep people from making a commitment. And then number 6.
Feeling I am not needed. A lot of people feel that way.
I am not needed. No, I don't see the need. That's what it says, honey.
Oh.
Feeling I do not see the need. And this is very important. Matthew 25:44. A sad story at the judgment when Jesus says, depart from ye. Why did he say depart? He said, you were hungry, you didn't feed me. A stranger, you didn't take me in. And I was in prison and you didn't visit me. And they said, we didn't see. When did we see you? And you know what he says? What did he say, honey? If you've done it
to the
least of
these, my brethren, you've done it to me.
I remember being in Romania with the team, and one of our ladies actually took off her shoes.
Yes.
And gave it. She saw the need. And she took off her shoes, and she gave it. That is seeing the need. Jesus said, if you've done it to the least of these. So don't say, I don't see anything to do. I can't commit to anything because I don't see anything wrong. And then number 7.
And, there's a lot of people like this, feeling that their plate is just too full.
Oh, yes.
Just too busy.
I can't commit.
All the excuses that were made for not coming to the supper, remember that?
That Jesus gave that parable. He had fixed a grand supper, and he said to his servant, go get him and tell him to come in. And he said, okay. One said,
I married a wife, I cannot
come. I bought oxen.
I bought some cattle, have to go try them.
And I bought ground.
And I bought some ground.
And I have to go see the ground? Who buys land without seeing it?
Usually that's backwards.
That's all backwards. But I married a wife. What a crazy excuse that was. And I bought cattle. So
give us where that's located.
That is located in Luke 14:18-20. We've gone over our time today, but this is good stuff. We are no commitment because we don't feel we have ability. We don't have connections. It's just too hard and difficult. I'm just not able to do it. I've got all kinds of excuses. I'm so fearful. I'm not even going to try to commit to anything. And then I'm not seeing the need anywhere. So why do anything? Why make it a commitment? And then feeling my plate is too full. Do you have something you want to add, honey, before we go?
Wonderful illustrations. And I pray that this program will be a challenge to each of you to be a committed person to your husband, to your wife, to your family, to your church, but mostly to your God.
To our God, because thine is the kingdom
and the
power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Bye-bye for now.